Let's talk about money! Yay! Hi, I am Alina Goko, the founder of Soapy Mania Handcrafted Soap Boutique. We sell our bath treats and soaps all over the United States. I have business for quite some time and I have experienced some ups and downs in terms of money, and now I'm ready to talk about it. I'm sure that every single entrepreneur or even the person who just about to start will find this topic very helpful. So in this video, we're going to be talking about investments, investors, and how to get the money. Before we start, please don't forget to click subscribe to avoid missing new videos. All right, let's go. First of all, a lot of new entrepreneurs think that once I have money, it's gonna solve all my problems. Let's get an investor and let's get an investment and now our company is gonna blow up. Or we don't do well just because we don't have money. Have you heard of something like that? Unfortunately, this is a very common mistake, just because no, money is not gonna solve all of your problems. Yeah, it's gonna help to achieve some of the goals, but not gonna solve your problems. Everything starts in your head, and very first step is you need to think. I'm sorry, I'm not giving you a happy pill or a pill to solve all the problems. So yeah, you need to think first. The very first question that you need to answer is, why do you need money? And the second question, of course, is how much do we need? Let's talk about why, the big why. It's gonna apply to overall life as well, but let's focus on business today. So any business might need money for lots and lots of different reasons, depending on your business model, depending on your industry, depending on the type of the product that you're producing. So you need to think and answer yourself a question, why do you need money? Let's say you need a startup capital. So you have a great idea and you know that this idea would require some decent amount of money, decent amount of investments that you don't have or you don't want to use, and you want to use somebody's money. So this is one of the reasons. Let's say you need like startup money. In my case, I did not invest much. I was investing like step by step, like tiny money here and there, but mostly I was investing my time and my skills to develop my business. So that's why I did not need the startup money. That's why not everyone would need that money. So the next possibility that you might need money is business expansion. So let's say you got something going, then you need to expand it quicker. This could include launching a new product or scaling existing operations. The next possibility why you would need money is research and development. Some of the businesses, they need to invest some money into research, let's say the technology or health industry. You need to do some work before you start your business, and you need money to perform this research. Another reason why you might need money is the working capital. This includes day-to-day operations, payroll, that you need money right now that's gonna get paid off later. That mostly in the seasonal work or seasonal project. In my company, I do have some kind of seasonal project, and half a year there is like more business, half a year there is lesser business, and while I have more business, I need more money to front before I get paid. So that's why, yeah, you might need investment here and there. The next reason why you would need money or you might need money is marketing and sales. So let's say you have a great product going, you have everything set up, your team is good to go, you're ready to go, but you need to invest a big chunk in the marketing and you have some kind of good chances that it's gonna blow up. This is also a good reason why. There's more other reasons why. Let's say you need to invest in some kind of equipment to get things going or to scale up your business, or you need to debt consolidation, or you need to do some kind of risk management. There's a lot of reasons. So you need to find your why. You need to understand why you need this money. And then the next question is how much. This is also very important. You need to understand how much, the exact amount of money you need from your investors to do what you need to do, to do what you answered in the previous question. So, and only after you answer all these questions, you know why and you know how much money you need, it's only then you start looking for investor or investment. This is not vice versa. That's why a lot of people actually fail. For some reason, they have great idea and they think that they need investor. They get an investor and then they fail. It happens so often and there's so many cases like that. So don't be them. Don't make these mistakes. There are technically two big types of investment. The first is the equity investment, is when you borrow somebody's money in exchange of the equity of your company. The plus is you're not using somebody's money and you don't have to return this, and the minus is you're giving up a portion of your company. And in some cases, it can be like 5, 10, 20%, but sometimes if you go with bigger investments and venture funds or something, it can get up to 50% of your company. The second type of investment is the debt alone type. It's where you borrow the money and you set up some kind of repayment plan after. There's a lot of ways and possibilities, and every single bank has so many plans and possibilities that you play around. But at the end of the day, the main idea that you paid back with, of course, some kind of percentage. If you're very lucky with no percentage, but you do pay it back. So this is the downside. But the plus side, you don't give up any of your equity of the company and the company stays yours 100%. So let's say if you go for a loan, there are more chances that if you're in a startup side, there's lesser possibilities that banks or bigger companies are going to give you this money just because they need some kind of assurance. Versus, again, if you're a startup, it's more likely that you're going to get an angel investment. I'm going to be talking about investor types later. But in any case, whether you're going for a bank loan or you're going for an investor route, like private investor route, then you still need to get yourself and your company ready. This involves a lot of steps. How to get ready to get an investment. So the basic idea is when you pitch for money with the banks, it's kind of, set up application that you go through. And if you have an established business, that's probably an easier way to get the money. But again, it's not much money. It's not guaranteed that you're going to get this money and you'll have to pay it back. But if you're going for a private investor, then you need to get your company ready. So in order to attract investor, in order to get him or her interested in your company, you need to make the offer appealing to them. So first of all, people believe in people. So that's why your team and yourself, your brand, your personal brand is very important. So you need to establish the trust to show why and explain why this investor needs to invest in you, in your company, why this team of people, why you deserve their money. The second, and of course, is the product. If it's like super innovative, and what's your plan? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna use your money? How you're gonna operate? So the product is very important, the operations is very important, the business plan is very important. So you need to get the whole picture in front of the investor. Of course, you need to know the market. Of course, there are gonna be a lot of questions about the roadmap, how you're gonna do this, how you're gonna do that. So you need to get yourself ready for questions like that. And you need to have a clear picture in your head about, again, why you need money, how much you need money, what's the plan, how you're gonna use this money. So the more details you have in your head or probably in writing, I like writing, the more questions you answer before you meet an investor, the more possibility that the investor is gonna give you the money. Now, let's talk about the types of investors. Let's do from the easiest to the more complicated one. So the easiest is your friends and acquaintances. I'm more than sure that in your surrounding, if you're a thinking person, if you're an entrepreneur, and if you have a circle of friends, someone in your network has some kind of money that he wants to play with. He wants to have fun. That's why spread the word and try to talk to your friends, to friends of your friends, to anyone in your closest network, to one handshake network. This would be the easiest way. However, be mindful that it is important to get the contract. It is important to be mentally ready that your friend is going to be part of your business, because if it's equity investment, that you're going to be giving the portion of your company, so your friend is going to be co-owner of the company. The plus is that it's easier to find and it's probably easier to negotiate, just because most likely if he or she is your friend, they already know what you're doing and they already know that you are thinking of something, and now you have a clear vision, now you have an idea, and now we're asking for this amount of money, and if they can give it to you, you go for it. However, if something goes wrong, if things go south, be ready to talk it out, or the best way is to write a contract that what's going to happen if things is not going to work out. So in other words, try to split business from friendship. I'm not saying it cannot coexist, and I actually believe that your friends and your family, who else can you trust more? right? However, you need to be mentally prepared. The next type of investor is an angel investor. An angel investor, probably it's an individual. It's like one person who has access to good money. He has free money to play with and he wants to invest in you. He loves your idea. But again, you need to be able to express and to present it in a nice way, to pitch to an investor. A great example of these investors are the guys from the Shark Tank. You watch the show and you present them idea, you pitch them, and then they give you money in exchange of the equity of the company, but at the same time they bring something else to your business. They bring exposure, they bring their connection, they bring their marketing, the experience, mentorship, and so on. So this is actually a more elevated way of getting your business going, to getting an investor. Angel investors, normally they already know the drill, they already know the routine, all the risks, and they can mentor you, they can guide you. So this is a bigger opportunity investor. However, they require more of the equity of the company. If they believe in you, if you can convince them, they most likely would ask more, like 30%, 40% of your company. The higher level type of investors are the venture funds. Those are the companies, they're managed professionally, they are operated on a higher level. Most likely they have access to the bigger chunk of money. And if your business at the stage of you are super established and you ready to scale or you're ready to grow and you need like huge chunk of money, up to like, I don't know, $10 million, $20 million, then it's probably a route to go. However, be aware that most likely they're gonna ask for like 50% of your equity of the company. However, they're gonna be professionally managed and there are gonna be a lot of advantages of this route. Plus, it's higher volume of money. There are a lot of other possibilities to get things going. There is like business incubators, there is startup accelerators, there is crowdfunding platforms, and so on and so forth. So there's other possibilities to get things going, but those three would be the most common ones, the most broad ones. I actually want to brief you on these business incubators and startup accelerators, just a couple of sentences. So the business incubator is when you have an idea but you don't have a business going. So those platforms, those companies, they offer you free office, free stuff to get your research going, some kind of access to platforms, some kind of venues, events, and so on to test your ideas. Versus startup accelerators, they are, if you already have an idea and if you already start your business, but you need to get things going quicker, these guys offer you free help. Same as like they give you office, they give you access to database, they give you access to events, they give you a network of people. And normally those are non-profit or universities or some actually profit companies as well. Most likely you just need to search online. There's going to be an application, there are certain criteria to apply for either a business incubator before you start your business or startup accelerator if you already started your business and you're not ready for the actual investor or the actual money, then probably go for these two. So you got your business ready, you understand that you need investment and how much you need. You've decided which route you are gonna go and you've decided to go for the equity route of investor. And now the next question, where to find the investor? I keep saying that in the post-COVID times where we live right now, everything is online. People have shifted to online world so much and I actually love it. As a more introverted person, I love it more just because I don't have to be always in front of people and I don't have to be physically present. However, there's downsides of it. So the first and foremost, go search online. There are several platforms. I'm gonna list them below in description, the most common platforms. I'm sure there's some kind of Facebook groups or LinkedIn groups that are already in your surrounding, and I'm sure that friends of your friends already know someone who is interested in investing money in some kind of startup. It depends on your location. Let's say if you live in the Silicon Valley, that's not a big question where to find them because they're everywhere, but mostly they're actually everywhere you live. Try to go locally, try to search in your local groups. So online is the first step, first connection. The next one is the trade shows and some kind of live events. Most of the investors, they come like in groups. They are not like, I'm just the one and I don't know anyone. Most of the investors, they have a network of other investors and they get together to pull bigger funds and so on, and they know someone and someone and someone who might be interested. That's why if you found one, most likely you're gonna be able to get into this network and be able to pitch to more people. And again, I guarantee if you're an entrepreneur and you've already done some work and you've already done some research and you've already done some moves, you've already met someone who is looking for you, who is willing to invest in you, who believes in you, and you just need to spread the word. You just tell everyone that you're looking for investor and you need this and this, and you're ready to pitch. So once you're ready to pitch and once you established a group of people that you want to pitch, most likely those investors, they have some kind of pitch night, so pitch Thursdays. There's a lot of ways, there's a lot of possibilities, or there's like some kind of live event that they give you like 5 minutes to pitch. So the next step is the actual pitch. I would say there's several types of pitch that you should have under your belt. So first, get the actual pitch deck. And this pitch deck, I would say not more than 5-7 slides. On the first slide, you need to answer these questions. Who you are, what is your product, why you started doing this product to build the trust. Maybe you have some kind of interesting background story, and I'm sure you do. And who this product is for, and what's the problem that these people have. So technically, you have created a product that solved your problem or solved somebody's problem, and you know that a lot of people have this problem, so here's the solution. So this would be your first slide. The next slide, make it very brief, make it very short, but again, on one slide or probably 2 slides max, put your product, put the description, put all the pictures, put all the setup and how it's gonna work and so on and so forth. So just explain your product. In the next slide, you put some kind of proof why it is you that they need to trust, why it's you who developed this product, how you're gonna build this product. Maybe you have some kind of already story and you need to do the research on the actual investor and you need to be ready to present. If it's like a person whose interests are these and those, just try to create this slide specifically for this person or specifically for this company and explain me, hey, you guys do this and I have this. We are a perfect match. Like we were meant to be together. People like it and people like being involved. Also include some cases if you have some kind of certification or if this product or service is unique in some ways, just try to back it up. So technically on your third slide, you need to build an excitement. So I have this product and I am this person. Now it's time for me to create this, to grow with your help. I'm gonna make this all happen. In the next slide, you probably need to demonstrate your readiness. You need to put your roadmap to logistics, some kind of operations like, hey, this is gonna happen, this and this. Your money is gonna come here on this stage and then we're gonna be able to do this and that. Some kind of readiness to be able to grow. This is for the, I would say, bigger presentation, but make sure that you rehearse before. If you're given the time, make sure that you are able to tell everything in 5 minutes. Time yourself. I've done this before and this is not an easy task, especially if you start like digging deeper in your story or if you start digging deep in your product. People lose their attention. That's why try to have the pitch deck ready for 5 minutes, and then after you pitch it and after you've done your presentation fully so you don't miss anything, most likely your investors are gonna have some questions. And when they have questions, now you can explain everything deeper. So this is the first time of the presentation of the pitch deck that you have to have. So it have to be 5 to 7 slides. It has to be 5 minutes. It should be wake you up in the middle of the night. You should be able to tell the whole story. If you caught unprepared, don't be unprepared. And another type of the pitch, it should be in 2 sentences. What's your product? What you do? Why you do this? Try to squeeze everything in like 2-3 sentences. If you pass by someone and you have like 7 seconds or like 10 seconds, hey, I have this product, it does this, it solves this problem. Want to learn more? So to build this interest, to get these things going. So I think Elon Musk was saying that if you're not able to get my interest in 7 seconds, you're out. I actually find it very handy and very helpful, especially if you're in a live events. If you're on some kind of trade show or conference or anywhere that you don't really have your designated time to explain, to pitch, but you are passing by a lot of interesting people and you are ready to get this money and you know that this money are gonna work and they're gonna help you and you know that those people are gonna be interested in them. Plus, just ask ChatGPT to shrink it all into like very, very juicy 2-3 sentences. So once you grab somebody's attention, you found somebody and somebody is interested in your product and you got your pitch in 5 minutes and they asked a lot of questions and you answered all of them and you're ready to rock and roll, then try to set everything up legally, try to hire a lawyer or try to at least create some kind of contract. There's a lot of templates online. Try to search for one, try to adapt it, try to read it very thoroughly and sign this contract and there you go. Congratulations, you got your investor. So technically, you know that you need an investor, you know how much money you need, you've decided which type of investor you want to get, you got your company ready, you got yourself ready, you found a pool of people, you got your pitch deck ready, so you're fully ready to scale your business or whatever you want to do with your business, you're ready for investors. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you do, please click like. Don't forget to click like. That's gonna show me that I'm doing something right and this information is helpful. Please ask me any questions in the comments below. I love reading these questions and I love answering them. And please let me know if you have any other topics that you want me to talk about. Until next time, good luck with your funding. Bye!